Okay, so I read The Song of Achilles. I'm only giving it a 3 stars. I didn't hate it. It wasn't terrible. I read it during the biggest, fattest reading slump of my life that I'm still currently in as of filming this. I don't know when this video is going to get uploaded because I am filming this during my little break because I just finished it and I need to get all my thoughts out now while they're fresh rather than later when I've read like 5 books in between this. So I am filming some of these videos while on break and I'm just not uploading them yet because I don't want to upload videos when I'm not back yet. But I will record videos, so I will have stuff to upload when I am back. Because when I'm planning on coming back and when I hope I can come back, I'm going to be in the middle of moving and it's just going to be a lot. So I'm filming during my break, essentially. Anyway, let's get to the meat of this video, why y'all clicked on it. I didn't hate it. It wasn't what I expected. I'm gonna be honest, I thought going into this that we were getting Achilles' perspective, but he was actually the love interest, which isn't like, that's not a bad thing. I just wasn't expecting it. It kind of threw me off a little bit and I was like, wait a minute. You're reading from the perspective of Patroclus, so not Achilles, like I thought going into this. I also went into this knowing little to nothing about it. I knew that a lot of people cried reading it and that it was like a love story, but that's all I knew. I will say Achilles' mom, Thetis, scared the crap out of me. Like her description and the way that like she just was intimidating and kind of spooky, and I feel like if I encountered her in real life I would be terrified. I will say the romance at the end was a little ruined for me. Like I know that it was kind of like a Romeo and Juliet thing, like lovers that shouldn't have been lovers. You get what I'm trying to say. Achilles has a son and he was just very like disrespectful, and it took me out of the sadness of these two lovers died trying to protect and fight for each other and win this war. Yeah, when they died, Achilles' son came to take his place and was just utterly disrespectful and just pissed me off. So I was more mad towards the end of this than like, oh my god, like these lovers are dead and they died for love, but now they can be reunited in death. No, we did not get that. And his son just didn't even want to bury them together, and that was just disrespectful, and I didn't like that. Like, yeah, it's your dad and sure you might not know this person, but he requested to be buried with this person, so obviously they're important, you little twerp. Also he's 12 and they're letting him in this war and kind of boss them around like he's 12. What? Anyway, I also get that this takes place where like there's goddesses and gods and princes and kings and queens and all that jazz, and we're in a totally different era of life than these people. So it just kind of like irked me with how his son was thinking and talking, because it's like, come on, what is wrong with you? Anyway, it wasn't bad. It really wasn't bad. I also think part of it was just I might not have been in the correct headspace to read this book, and I could pick this up in the future and absolutely fall head over heels in love with it. I'm just in like a really weird place. 2025 has just thrown me in the deep end and is holding my head underwater, if that makes sense. So it totally could just be the place I'm in right now, and like this book just didn't fulfill my needs like I was hoping. But it wasn't terrible. I read somewhere that this was the author's first book, and I think this is pretty good for like your first book. I feel like this is, and obviously it succeeded because so many people talk about it. Obviously it's a good book. So like she also made another one called, I think it's called Circa or something like that. So I might pick that up, I might not. I don't know, we'll see. But again, this wasn't terrible. It wasn't my favorite, but it wasn't bad. I feel like if you're really into like that type of stuff, like Greek mythology and all that, and you really love like war and stuff, and like just war, love, and Greek mythology, like if you like all of those, then I feel like this book would be for you. I'm not the biggest fan of Greek mythology. I enjoyed Percy Jackson, but I know that that's like kind of far from it. Like they've got the gods and goddesses, but like it's not like I don't know. It's more of like a fantasy, fluffy version of what all really went on. So yeah, I haven't read the books, but I loved the movies when I was younger. But that's about it. that's literally it. And I literally only know about them because when I was in elementary, I had a teacher who was teaching us about the gods and Greeks and all of that stuff, because apparently we had to know that. As 12-year-olds, we had to know all that stuff. And we watched the Percy Jackson movies, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is a fun movie. So yeah, I don't know. This is nothing like that. This is like hardcore, and there is love. And I also wanted to rip my hair out because there were times where Achilles was being selfish, and I was just like, dude, open your eyes and like think this through. How would you feel if Patroclus was doing this? I don't know. That's just personal opinion. Anyway, I'm just rambling at this point. I give it a 3. There's nothing much to say. It was okay. Oh my god, this was my opinion. Again, you might pick this book up and disagree with everything I said and just absolutely love it. I did not, unfortunately, and I'm just here giving my honest opinion. But yeah, so I will see you guys later next week, hopefully, with another video, and stay safe out there. Bye!